Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. Well, welcome to this latest edition of transfer rumours and transfer targets that we're going to be looking at in the next sort of coming weeks. You'll see a series of videos, very short videos, which just sort of do a bit of a player profile, let's call it, on some of the transfer targets that we're rumoured to be in for. And today's is going to be all about Joao Felix, or Joao Felix Siqueira, to give him his full name. Now, as we know, he was born on the 10th of November 1999, which makes him 19 and a half, and he's 5'11", and was born in a town called Viseu in Portugal. Now, if we take and look at his very early career, say early career, he's only a young kid anyway. He began his development at Os Pestinhas before joining the youth ranks of FC Porto, which he spent 7 years there. And considering that you'd think sort of, his first club, they didn't really think, they thought he was too slight, and how many times have we heard that before, and decided to move on, and he was released, and he joined Benfica in Lisbon. Now, he debuted professionally at the age of 16 for Benfica's reserve team in Liga Pro on the 17th of September 2016. In doing so, he became the youngest player ever to debut for Benfica B. For the 2018-19 season, Joao Felix was promoted to the first team, making his debut in a 2-0 win against Boavista on the 18th of August. A week later, he scored his first Primeira Liga goal, which made him the youngest scorer in a Lisbon derby. It ended in 1-1 on that particular day. But as we know, he's gone on to do some absolutely incredible things. The Benfica forward became the youngest player to score a hat-trick in a Europa League when the Portuguese leaguers defeated Eintracht Frankfurt 4-2 in the first leg of the quarter-final tie in Lisbon. For those who've worked with Felix from an early age, however, this rapid progression doesn't come with any surprise whatsoever. He's a very talented player, very technical player, says Joao Trallo, who coached Felix at Benfica in the youth ranks before becoming the assistant manager with Thierry Henry at Monaco. He said his quotes were, "Felix's decision-making qualities are absolutely amazing, outstanding, elite level for sure." He says Felix was long a standout during training games with Benfica's senior squad, when he was still a youth team player, making out his clear potential. He goes on to say the talent does not always equal progress, and the fact that he's very humble, likes to work hard, likes to listen, and has a competitive mentality has aided his progress significantly to where he is today. They say he's tall, he's graceful, and he's very strong in the air, very skillful with the ball at his feet. And for those who've actually watched some of the clips on YouTube or follow the Portuguese league, you'll know just how technically gifted he is. They say he's got exquisite balance, vision, and a languid running style, which people have compared to the likes of a Kaká in the past. Plus also the great stalwarts of the Portuguese team, Rui Costa. 13 league goals in 22 league appearances within sort of the Portuguese league, puts him up there in the top scorers in the Portuguese division. He appeared emotional at one point after scoring his third goal against Eintracht Frankfurt, which further endeared him to the Benfica fans, who quickly took the team to their hearts. And also, it brought more smiles when he scored against Maritimo, and hugging his younger brother, who was positioned behind the goal, who was actually working there as a ball boy. Being Portuguese, obviously, there's the comparisons to Cristiano Ronaldo for obvious reasons, but Nuno Gomes, a former sort of Portuguese international, I think he plays 79 caps, he turned around and said, they're different, it's that simple. Ronaldo is the best in the world, aged 34, Felix is still only 19. But Gomes became the general manager of Benfica's youth department shortly after Felix was signed for Porto, and actually Gomes gave him his first professional contract at the age of 16. Reports suggest that originally Porto were really unsure about Felix because of his slight build, but it seems that he's filled out, and you see him play. He's very strong, and he's brilliant. He has that leap over Cristiano Ronaldo, certainly for his headers. But he basically said, Gomez went on to say that it was clear for everybody that we're in front of something very, very special. Talented player. His relationship with the ball, he says his first touch, his intelligence, marked him out completely as a completely different kind of player. Now, if you think about it, with 20 goals and 11 assists in all competitions last season, Porto's loss is certainly Benfica's gain. Now, as we know, there is a release clause of €105 million. Now, should we actually purchase somebody at €105 million? Well, this kid clearly is an absolutely special talent. There's no doubting about it. So I think it's going to be one of those, if we don't get him now, will we miss out on somebody in the future that could go on to be absolutely anything? And like we've always said, I think this will come down to what happens with Leroy Sané. But certainly we know that Ferran Soriano and the Benfica sporting director, along with Jorge Mendes, had a meeting in London last week, and it sounds like they were discussing some kind of deal. So fingers crossed. That's Joao Felix, and 19 years of age, had a wonderful season at Benfica, and go and check him out. He looks an amazing talent, very, very technically gifted. But that's our first transfer target video of the season, summer and the season coming ahead. There'll be more in the future. But anyway, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. Give us your thoughts below the video. What do you think? Joao Felix at Man City? Wow, looks a brilliant talent.